end of everything as we know it.
Oh, ouch!
We're all heroes of our own stories. Or so we hope.
Shimara de Pugila.
He seems glad you're developing your own fur style. Can't be shy about who you are when the world's about to end.
De Bala Dipato.
Says he's a friendly fur trimmer, the most stylish stylist still around.
Kone Bali de Badaru.
Says you've blazed a path to a place where you have the power to destroy or save everyone. So, which way will it be?
Wala de Wakatina.
He can see you have a steadfast heart. You know the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others, like he does with his clippers.
So
Trim says anyone who doesn't know their history is like a tree without roots. You need to remember who you are and where you came from.
de Barisilnika.
Wonders if you ever think about your place in the world, whether you wear your fur short or long. It's about how well your insides match your outsides, right?
Ila move.
Right. It makes you feel more like yourself, whoever that is.
Kalachika.
Figures we might have more styles in our futures. The world still has some good time left in it.
De Barisilnika.
Knows you've been working to make things better.
Kika.
Says it's good you're working with the Myriad tribe. As crazy as the world is now, he confesses that tribes with more fur are more his style.
Jira Mugabo.
Claims they don't have much to work with, and those ears tend to get in the way, but yeah, fur's fur.
Sina.
Thinks you're more important than whoever you're working with, though. You're the one who gets things done.
Kopalika no nasina fona.
Says visitors been far and a few. No one seems to prioritize a hair cute these days. It's barbarism at its worst.
Peshugne.
He thinks everybody seems occupied with the fact the world's going under.
Shima move.
He presents himself as Trim, says he'll take care of you and that hairstrosity.
Shifa de Loda.
Says he got tired of seeing so many scruffy fur miseries uglifying the world.
Kipali de Dole.
He's got one little problem. His clipper fingers have rusted due to the contamination, and without them, his whole existence is hanging by a hair.
Koka.
His friend Juju should have a pair of clipper fingers to spare, as he's mostly on the zigzagger nowadays. Maybe you could snag it from him.
Rangte Simovadi.
He doesn't know who gave you your Frankencut, but he'll upstyle it and give you a #1 pop mop in no time. Just fetch him the clipper fingers.
Mina Foom Papsista.
If you get him the clippers, he'll make you gorgeous. day, everything seems like it happens at once. That there's Subnautica Station. Goop flounders around in there. Lots of notices on the board for things that made sense in the days when the surf was a lot cleaner. Interesting to see what they cared about here. Wonder if any of it matters now. In the old days, this was a port for boats that went under the surf. They helped clog the surf into goo. Toxanol didn't do it on purpose, I don't think. Their machines made a mess, though, and they never cleaned up after themselves. You should be able to find a track here. Just need to keep your eyes open. You have a chance to change the future for good or bad. Let's see. Says it's good to see you again. He's Goop. You might remember him from the old days when he tried to teach you how to swim. Goop says you were always so righteous as a child, and he can still feel it, even at a distance. Goop says memories fade surprisingly fast. We are all pieces of what we remember. It's only together we can remember the story as it was. He can't tell you much as he didn't want to hear anything about it. He can't understand how someone could be so vicious, even though he knows there are reasons behind it. He understands you've returned to face Lupa Lupin. That's the destiny you've been carrying within yourself all these years. He says that the catastrophe back then didn't vanquish the good in you. It's still there, as bright as when you were a child. Now the time has come for you to remember and act. Your life is your life, not the story you're told about it. He thinks that's the right thing to do. It's only when you have forgiven that you'll find peace.
Come toward the light.
Slow down. Why would you rush in?
When you see what you want, why wait?
Well, what about being careful?
Pah! Poppycock! Full speed ahead!
Can hardly believe the world is going to make it. Wonders what that's going to do to the goo. Thanks you for doing everything you could to de-goop the surf. Thinks the Myriad made a good match with you. You're both like sunshine on the surf. But hey, back to the goo. Knows yesterday is already gone. It's what you do today and tomorrow that'll move you forward. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the Subnautica station, as the pollution has worn down the insulation of his suit, so you must salvage enough scrap to fix up his goo glide, starting with the old wreck box outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the goo glide strong enough to fight the Porky Puff. It's not that it won't keep your head above the surface, but it needs improving to carry you across the thick goo out by the Porky Puff. Let's see. Every day is a new chance to fulfill your destiny. Right way to change altitude. Those skulls aren't going to crack themselves. Nighttime is ending. Made it count. Reach for those skulls. Ooh-wee, that's biohazard. Go. Each new day means new chances. Toxanol's offshore drilling caused oily matter to spread with the rain and contaminate both the groundwater and open surf. The long-lasting effect this had on the evolution of wildlife was, as we know now, the only reason we came to exist. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. He's got the goo glide functional. You'll have a pull hook and a salvage net, but no armor, and an engine strong enough to break through the thick goo further out. There are lots of valuables left behind on the surf floor that the salvage net will enable you to haul. You just need to find the right spots. Goop says Gizmo's devised a cannon for the goo glide, but instead of bullets, it flips quacks, squeaky distractions for the triple attentive porky puff, which will give you time to get yourself in position. The best way to find quacks is to talk to Gulp. He has the bearings of the surf archipelago and knows where the quacks like to float. This means you'll have the privilege of visiting Gulp in the Sinky Dink. He'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find quacks. That's where he bobs. Gulp refuses to move from that barge, despite the fact it makes him burf. Goop's not sure, though, if it's the surf sickness or the radium syrup that causes it. Blaster faster. You're poking around Pockbur, a prime village. Let's see. Says the tribe's Sifu sent them here to help defend against the rival tribe that's been terrorizing their village. Isn't sure how long the village will last if it continues. As if the plague ruining the land and destroying the crops wasn't enough to bring the village to its knees already. That's what they call the blight that's been haunting the land since the old world ended in the apocalypse around here. The Sifu asked you to help, and that's what you must do. Sparkles about how brilliant it is to have someone like you that shares both genetics and karma in the myriad spectrum. Says daytime is the right time to get things done. Says you should take it easy. The Sifu asked you to help, and that's what you hopes to see you again soon. Control your destiny, or someone else will. Says you need to say hi to Lobo. She made the most amazing goblin. So, says you covered the important things already. Says nowadays everything seems to be falling apart, even fire. Could you help out with the fire beacon? It's gone out. They can't reach the fire beacon to relight it, but you could. Claims it signals the end of days when it flares up. But now, it's out. Says the fire beacon's not too far. Just keep your head up. Sometimes you can still see the smoke coming up from it. And if you see their mother, please send her home. They miss her. Seems choked up to hear that. Says a savior wouldn't bother with saving the Says you should take it easy. Imagines it'll get colder as the tree of life dies. Nothing to eat then. But if you had a fry sparker to cook stuff, that might make it livable. If you can get it working, that fry sparker would be something. Says no. That's the most amazing thing about it. Cooks without smoke. If anyone had the fry sparker working, you'd know. You've got to hunt for it. Once you find it, you've got to get it working. Easy to say, but you're knife sharp. Just don't break it. Thinks you'd be a great cook. Did you hear thunder? Has no doubt you've earned the trust and support of this village. Actions speak louder than words. You did good here. Is always willing to listen. You did good here. Says you should take it easy. This here is the Sinky Dink, home of Gulp, at the very least. He's pretty sure he's heard of you before, although the details are maybe a little hazy. He wonders if you have something for him to drink. Points out that he's hungry too, but always thirsty for more. Says you look like you've got a powerful thirst to do something in this world. Good, bad, not really sure, but it seems like you've been drinking in your destiny and liking the flavor. Wonders if you could take the time to help a man slake his own thirst. You'd be doing him a liquid solid. You're a do-gooder, so you know you want to. Either way, he hopes you find a way to wet your whistle before the world comes to an awful dry end and leaves us all thirsting for more. Says life's like a mystery drink. Sometimes it's amazing, and sometimes it's awful. But either way, you can't stop drinking till you're dead. Sure, but that's nowhere near as quick and easy. Who wants to stop to chew? Wants to raise a glass to you getting the world fixed up a bit. respects how you always try to help, no matter that the world's fate is hard to swallow. Sees why you joined up with the Myriad. They like a peaceful drink, just like you. Says he sells them drinks. They mostly suck them down on their own. But who cares about them? Says you'd be as bummed out as him if you came for the hot stuff. The Glugmocker, Nimhimbibble, and his favorite radium syrup. That one's even more intoxicating now, aged in truck tankers and all. Without a drink, and radium syrup especially, he can't move, much less think, as the power of his mind is directly proportional to the quantity of syrup he swigs. That's why he's called Gulp. The drink helps him forget the state the world is in, but it only lasts until tomorrow. The world is still doomed, even if the sun goes up. Figures the real problem is finding something to drink. He wants you to know he has other interests too. He's the Surfipelago's self-proclaimed ornithologist, for example. There are other ways than a cold drink to relieve stress, even in these dark times, and, fortunately for you, he can help. Watching Pippi's flap is calming, but better yet are the ones you can look at and touch, like quacks. Squeezing them is a great way to relax. Says he read that in an old world book. It means you're an expert of all living things that flap and tweet. It's getting lighter. The Quack Hollow. It's just lonely. Back to your own power. Locked solid. the Tree of Life still stands. Question is, for how long? Swing, parry, dodge. Don't have to aim much with this beast. Ooh, a biohazard like that can make you real sick. Perfect for slicing and dicing. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. Ah, life on the... Gulp says he'll bibble anything once, as long as it's drinkalicious, even rocket fuel. He once mixed up some tankers and drank that. It was a real lift-off. That leads him to the bottom of that particular bottle. Radium syrup. If only he could find a tanker truck to empty. He's not in a state to go looking, so he's counting on you to help. Go find him a tanker truck and bring back some of that precious radium syrup. Please. Says they might be good for other things, but not for anything better than adding zing to your drink.
Bam! The dark wins again. Right? Right?
That's right! Think! The right thing is right there!
Oh, shut that light off, would you?
Makes me feel brighter by the second.
Don't doubt yourself. That's what light is for.
Says there's a fellow under the chug yard obsessed with technology from the old days. Says goodbye to you. All good things end. Nothing like a story with an unexpected ending. Sometimes your mind creates an illusion where it's possible to go back in time to relive a moment in your life. We all have things in our past we wish hadn't happened, and can come to remember seeing and doing things that never happened. However, there's no doubt that what you remember makes your future different. Choose the automaton functionality you want to recall. I was wondering when you'd recall how to spring the automaton. This gutway has centuries of old waste. Spin that stick. Dead already. You never know how long anything's been buried underground. That's sure to be useful. Get out of here. Feels like a monster's lair down here. Flex those smart muscles and open the hatch. That should be enough glow juice for two. Careful of rope burns. Those burn. Climate-y climb. Seems you found your place with the...